Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Breathe. Okay. I just ran in. Lights, button, T. Okay. Oh, I gotta turn off my phone. Okay. You can see me? Okay, good. Let's find where we are.
We recently performed a cryo-proof test of the Starship for Flight 7, our first operation with the vehicle debuting a number of major milestones.
Here
The
I
ship has
am.
been
Okay,
stretched,
good.
to
All
make
right.
room for larger propellant tanks,
I made it.
increasing the load
I
capacity
think this is the
from
first time I've done one of these
1,200
live.
to 1,500 tons.
Oh
The forward
man,
flaps
I've had
also
quite
got
a day, you
redesigned.
guys.
They
Quite a
have
day,
shrunk
but
in
I'm
size, and they
here.
also shifted in
We're doing
location.
it. Is this thing still
Both of
going?
these things will help better protect them
I've been
during
paying attention
entry
to nothing
heating
all
while
day.
still providing control. There's also a wide range of upgrades that will make the vehicle
What are
more
we at?
reliable, adding
7.5 minutes?
redundancy
Okay.
and the ability
Okay,
to
we're good.
operate
Hi,
for
Neil.
longer durations in space.
One
Okay.
unique aspect of a trip
All
to
right.
Mars are the different conditions ship will see
And
when
it looks like
entering
it's
the
going?
Martian atmosphere. Now, it's difficult to simulate Mars's atmosphere when re-entering.
Oh yeah?
Earth,
Okay.
so we've been testing a
Awesome.
variety
Well,
of
welcome
heat
in,
shield materials
Hugh.
inside a
Hi,
specialized plasma
T.
jet chamber at the University of
Oh, I'm so
Illinois
excited to watch one of these. Okay.
where we're able to
Oh my
more
goodness.
closely
All right.
simulate Mars's 95%
Been in the
carbon
car for too
dioxide
long. Now I'm
atmosphere.
like,
Aside from
settle,
looking
calm,
awesome, this
watch
is
a lovely
important
Starship
testing.
launch.
The intense
I
heat of
think
entry will cause the CO2
I think we're gonna
break
do.
down
Hey,
into
Tin
its
Man.
base elements,
So I
making
think
the Starship to
memory
burn
serves.
less
They're gonna
oxygen,
try and do
which
double
increases
Mechazilla
surface heating
catches,
and can
right?
cause materials to
They're doing the
oxidize
booster
or
again.
start to break down. Spacecraft entering over Mars
So I don't
encounter more
know.
than twice the amount of atomic oxygen at their peak
Listen,
compared
this
to Earth,
wooden satellite
and
goes
that's
well.
certainly
There's
a
a
unique
whole new
challenge.
genre
As we continue to
of
test,
space
we'll learn more
jobs
about what makes
with
a
potentially
great
cool
show for
names.
Mars.
Oh wow, that
All
shot's
right, now that we're
beautiful.
heading into the final minutes
They're
of
just doing the booster.
countdown,
Okay,
let's go back to
okay,
Dan
yeah.
for
I
the
have not.
latest on the
I have
ground
not really
there
been
at
paying attention to the
Stardust.
last 48 hours.
Hey,
Okay,
Kate,
I'm
Frank,
like
got
just the
nothing but good news
booster.
for
It's
you.
gonna be
We
amazing.
have a go from our range safety team. We are a little over 90% full on ship, almost 85% full on booster, and not tracking any holds to an on-time liftoff. So we've got about 3 more minutes of prop load. As long as the range stays clear, we don't trip any other holds. We might blow right past that T-minus 40-second mark and lift off right at the top of our window at 4 p.m. Central. So toss it back to you guys one more time. But fun part about the start, we are
Oh,
a little
okay.
under 6 minutes away from launch.
All
Oh,
right,
okay.
so we are continuing to progress now at 5 minutes and 43 seconds until liftoff. Now, once we pass the T-minus 40-second mark, a number of events are going to occur in rapid succession.
Yeah, they
Ground
are.
spin and ignition systems will come up to flight
Where's my
pressure.
giant
The
T?
ship will go on to internal power.
And then after that, the quick disconnect, or what we call the QD arm
Just nick of
lockout, is
time.
removed in
Standard
preparation for retraction
Marion entry.
shortly after
One day I
T0.
got to do this where
And once
it's
we pass
like
the T-minus
20 minutes
40-second
before
mark,
launch.
we
You
still
know what
have
I
the
mean?
ability
And
to
just
recycle the count under
relax.
certain
Have it
conditions
be my
back to the
day.
T-minus 40 seconds,
But
and
it's
then
not
hold
like
there
that.
to assess what happened
There's a loud
and if
truck
we can
outside.
proceed again to T0.
Exactly. However, once the water for the deflector system begins flowing at T-minus 10 seconds,
And
any issue after that will be an automatic scrub for the day, as the teams will need to refill the deflector's water tanks as well as the
I was
propellant
somewhat
storage
prepared.
tanks over at the tank farm before we're able to make another attempt.
Now, it is just so unbelievable that it's just been only a little over a month, and we are just a few minutes away from Flight 6.
Aw, thanks, Hugh.
The crowd here is
Does anybody else watch it with like camera on though? I feel like some of the other ones that I see, I feel like you just hear them. You don't see them.
Out here, so very exciting to have an afternoon launch to have all the.
I heard that. I heard that.
Now,
President or president-elect? I heard it was
that
president-elect.
T-minus 40-second hold if we
Tailgate.
opt to use it.
I know. People
Everything
were like,
is
"Oh, it's gonna
still
be on the
potentially go
18th
for
once it was
launch, so
scheduled. Like, you
nothing to
should
be worried
go."
about
And I was
there.
like, "Oh
At
God, I
that
probably
point,
should." And then when it
basically,
was
up
pushed back to
until
the
T-minus
19th, and I was
47,
like,
all
"See,
our boards
Starship,
are
see,
just
this is what you're
holds.
like.
This would allow the team to wait for
You
final
have
checkouts
4
to
minutes,
assess
Ron.
propellant
4
levels,
minutes.
engines, avionics,
Only the
vehicle
booster. They're gonna do the
pressurization,
Mechazilla catch, not
range,
Starship.
weather.
Starship's gonna go back in the
Occasionally, we've
Indian
had
Ocean
some
again."
folks lingering in the past, but that doesn't sound
Faces
like
for
that's the case
radio.
today.
Yeah, not too many from folks, which
Brutal,
is great.
Hugh.
Everything
Brutal.
so far is looking good. We're getting really excited here. Just a few minutes
Yeah,
away.
you know,
We're
just
gonna
so we
go
all
ahead,
know who you're talking about.
Send it over to Dan in Starbase. How's it going, Dan?
It is still.
Oh, I should look up to
going
see if the
great.
guy
Just coming up
whose
on
feed
about
we
3.5
watched, you know, with like the
minutes
3
away, so we
shots.
should
I
be
bet that
done
guy's
with our
back
prop load on
with
ship
his, what was it, his
momentarily.
brother,
And
his
about 30
dad,
seconds
and his
later,
best
we'll close
friend.
out on
I should
booster.
look at his feed.
Our flight control team on board or in the building just behind me, not on board. Some of them might wish they were on board. Flight control team in the building behind me, they're going to have a lot of work to do right after we lift off, as we still have a lot of manual checks that happen on the tower prior to the flight director, who's going to be Tristan Pierce again today, giving a manual command to bring the booster back to the launch site. And the tower did just incredibly well on the last flight. We didn't lose any of our required redundancy for a catch.
I don't know what you mean.
So we're
What
hoping
do
to
you
see
mean?
that again today. A lot of the team, really putting armor on the tower, making all of those things work, played a huge role in making that catch possible, and looking forward to hopefully seeing that happen again. And of course, sending our first payload to space. You can see the banana. It's very tightly secured, but I assure you it does have some room to float around. So once we're in a zero gravity environment, we should see our first Starship zero gravity indicator put in on a little bit of a show. And that's looking right in. That's where we're going to have Starlinks. That's our PEZ deployer. So getting its ride to space. So coming up on about 2.5 minutes, we are closing out on all of our prop load. Yep, just heard that our fill drains are starting to close, so that means we're no longer going to be flowing propellant into the booster and the ship. We're going to do what's called pushbacks. So all of that propellant in the ground systems is going to get pushed back to the tanks, clear out everything around the pad right before we light those 33 engines and take off. Just quick reminder, you're going to see fire start at the bottom. You're going to see the deflector start at about 10 seconds before launch. Lots of water to help dissipate all that heat, all that sound.
Oh, yeah.
And then the engine starting up.
Can you guys see this? Can you guys see those
and then about a second
emojis I just put up?
We should see liftoff.
Do you see that?
About 2.5 minutes into the flight, a little bit longer, we'll see hot staging. And that's when we're going to be listening really close on those loops to see if we're going to be bringing the booster.
They're launching
back
a
for
banana.
today. You always want to caution, it's never a guarantee. We've done this once. We'll see if we do it again. We're only going to do it if the booster
Those
and the
emojis
tower
are because I
looking
just
really
turned
good,
on
before
memberships.
we
I made
attempt to bring it
emojis
back
for
here.
my channel,
But
and I just launched
coming
it
up
this
on a
morning.
minute,
So
not tracking
they're there. I
any
have
holds
emojis that
on
thank
the board
Jupiter. I
right
have it's
now.
happening. I have
So as
landing
long as we
emojis,
don't have any last second things,
and a
which
fourth
do
one
happen.
that I can't think of right now. I haven't quite figured out how to incorporate them with StreamYard yet, but I can see them on YouTube.
1 minute.
There's a banana man holding a banana for scale painted on Starship. What?
Key moment to look
What?
at in 10 seconds, that T-minus 40.
Yay. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, good. Okay, kids.
Right through that.
Holy smokes. All right. I can hear the cheering already. The frat party at SpaceX is kicking off.
Flight directors go for launch.
All right, we're now T-minus 20 seconds until liftoff of Starship Flight 6. This will mark our second attempt to catch the Super Heavy booster
B,
at the launch
bananas,
tower.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Make rocket go now. Good.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Booster Raptor, chamber pressure nominal.
Looking good. Move your ass.
Booster and ship, avionics, power, and telemetry nominal.
Look, you see all the engines look good. All the engines are firing. Good, good.
Vehicle
All
has
right, we're
reached
just a little over a minute into
maximum
flight.
dynamic
We're
pressure.
about 6 miles away, so all the sound's still hitting us here. Hearing good call outs that power telemetry nominal, that's flying straight and true. We do see
I think all the
all
engines are
33
going. Is
Raptor
one?
engines
No,
lit
I think
up
they're all
on
on.
telemetry screens. At this point, we've passed through that point of maximum aerodynamic pressure, that max Q.
Their shots are always amazing.
Now, coming up in just a little over a minute from now is going to be hot staging. So we're going to see the 6 engines on the ship ignite while still attached to the booster. Just before that, we'll see all but 3 center engines on the booster shut down. And what we call MECO, it's most engines cut off instead of main engine. And so while we continue to watch
Yeah,
it go
I mean,
up,
you got to
a
do
lot
it
of our flight
again and again and
controllers
again.
looking
Remember
at
when I
all the
said
systems
that
around
this
the
wasn't going to
tower,
happen
looking
again
at
this
the
year?
system.
Psych,
A
just
manual
kidding.
Just about 30 seconds away from hot staging.
Come on.
And we heard the tower is go for catch.
Booster engine
Yep.
cut off.
Oh,
The
come on.
return flag is set for true.
Ship engine.
Show me lights. Show me lights.
Stage separation.
All right, hot staging confirmed.
Booster
6 out of
boost back
6 lit on the ship. Booster boost back going.
These are
We
all
heard
my
that we
cameras
are
here, guys.
go for
You guys, you're
catch.
welcome. You're welcome.
Kate, Jesse, take good the views. Hopefully, I got a booster.
Oh my God. Come
Let me know
on.
real
Come on
soon.
with that.
Wow, from our view here, Dan, great views of planet Earth behind
Agreed.
that super heavy booster. Right now it is
All right,
performing the
booster.
boost back
Pressure
burn.
nominal.
Come on
Good news
home.
there, telling us that the
Come on
pressures
home.
inside the ship are good. That is the second stage or the upper portion of the vehicle. Follow along with the telemetry on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, booster is currently, super heavy is currently in its boost back burn. This boost
Ship
back burn,
avionics, power, telemetry nominal.
this boost back burn lasts just a little bit over a minute. So we've got a little, approximately 30 seconds left.
We've had shutdown of that boost back burn. Up next will be hot stage jettison. The view from the camera on the left, or from the booster on the left-hand side of your screen, and then tracking cam
It's
there
looking
on the
good.
right-hand side of your screen. We'll see those grid fins.
Booster offshore
Oh,
divert.
come on. Look at that camera on the
And we
left.
can also
What's
see that
this?
the
What?
hot stage has been jettisoned.
Yes, visual confirmation of that there on your
Oh,
screen, which is great. Now the next
Starship is following a nominal trajectory.
The next step for booster is going into that landing burn.
preach,
Again, it'll
right?
light up 13 of those engines and then pare down to 3 engines right before booster catch.
All right, now just real quick, you did hear the call
Let's
out.
go, Skippy.
Boost back, excuse me, booster offshore divert.
I can go with
Unfortunately,
Skippy.
That means that we are no-go for the catch. As we said before, both the tower and
It's a
the
no-go?
vehicle, as well as the operators on console, have been actively evaluating the commit criteria for that return to the launch tower. And unfortunately, we did not have a pass on those commit criteria. So we are no-go for tower catch.
We
Oh.
did mention that we're constantly evaluating the criteria for catch. There's a lot of things that need to go well in order to line that up. Unfortunately, today we will
Boo.
forego booster catch today. But what you're seeing on your screen is ship currently making its way towards the Indian Ocean. Still looking good so far.
Exactly. So views there of the booster on the left-hand side of your screen, views of the ship on the right-hand side of your screen. Now, we said before that it was not guaranteed that we would be able to make a tower catch today. So while we were hoping for
That's
it, like we
where
said,
my
it
brain
was
is
pretty
right
epic
now.
on
Like,
attempt
what
1,
was
but,
it?
the safety of the teams and the public and the pad itself are paramount. So We are
I
accepting
mean,
no compromises.
correct,
in
but
any
what
of
was
those
the
areas.
difference between this
Exactly. We're
and
still going to get
Flight
a
5?
lot of good flight data with booster even, but especially with ship. Again, we have an additional objective today to do an in-space relight of a Raptor engine, which again will help us set us up for being
the
able to
shot
do
is still
deorbit
beautiful.
burns, which is
It's
Ship
so
chamber pressure
beautiful.
nominal.
which is important for orbital flights. And what you're seeing on your screen is a view from Super Heavy as it's making its way back down to Earth.
Yeah, once again, we are attempting an offshore
I mean,
landing of the
it's
Super Heavy
upright.
booster.
It look
So
no,
we have seen
no
this before,
catch. Definitely no catch.
and it is still very fun to watch, watching it come down for
Yeah.
a soft splashdown off the Gulf Coast of Texas. You can see it
Aw,
there,
catch
re-entering.
it.
We saw
No,
earlier those grid fins. There are 4 hypersonic grid fins. Oh, we can see that the landing burn has
but like,
begun on the Super
no,
Heavy booster.
definitely no.
And same pattern, 13 engines will light, gone down to 3 just as we expected.
Yeah, it is. Bye, Skippy.
And what an incredible view of splashdown.
Is there a
that we
buoy
got
cam? Is there a buoy
today
cam?
Of
Is your landing
Super
shutdown?
Heavy.
Yeah, I'm sure the buoy
Oh,
cam
egg.
will be
Oh, no, I
once
wanted the
again.
big
So
splash.
we'd like to confirm a water landing once again for the
Yeah,
Super
I
Heavy
get.
booster.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Congrats
we'll
to the
find out.
SpaceX team,
I'm gonna make a video about it
for
probably.
making that milestone as well. Now, ship continues to look good. We can see that it is
Yeah.
while all of that was happening. The crowd here in Hawthorne.
It did. I mean, yeah,
continuing to
it looked
react
great,
to
but I don't know.
all
It
these
makes me
amazing
sad,
views that
kind
we're
of,
getting.
especially because it was
Next
coming down like
milestone
just
is,
like in the same position that the original
great
Mechazilla
news
catch
there.
kind of came down super smooth. That
Starship
you're like,
Terminal
no,
Guidance
no,
referring to
we
what
can't.
we see here on our screen, the upper stage, at about 8 minutes 35 seconds or so, we have ship engine cutoff, which will be the cutoff of the Raptor engines.
The fish are like, what the heck is that?
We can see on our screen ship giving us some incredible views brought to us by Starlink. This view is also very interesting because we can see basically the receding tile line that we referred to earlier, where we mentioned we have removed a number of heat shield tiles in order to test out and push the envelope on the ship and demonstrate what
I mean, it looked
its
really
capabilities are.
samey to me, so I don't know. Yeah.
And there we just heard call out for SECO, ship engine cutoff. Great news there. Everything continuing to look awesome for ship.
Full view looking aft on ship here.
Ship FTS is saved. Nominal orbit insertion.
There's that call out we were waiting for. Confirmation of good orbital insertion for ship today.
It has been a very exciting afternoon
I mean,
so far.
And then once it lands, it just like walks itself off the launch pad. Just does everything.
Dan,
Gets itself dinner.
Once again,
has a
are
coffee.
you okay after witnessing another Starship launch?
Yeah, totally fine. It's you guys have to be jealous. This is the only way to do this. This is fantastic. No, it was really cool to see a liftoff. 33 out of 33. Didn't go for the booster catch today. Initially, we were good, and then we tripped.
I still don't get these banana
criteria and did the offshore divert. So we went and did that water landing, as everybody saw. We'll dig into it a little bit more. But again, we've done it once. We've now done it twice. We're going to keep trying to do it, as this is just a core capability of Starship and what's going to make it so incredible. There's a lot left. We're just about almost 10 minutes into this flight. So about 50 plus minutes still to go. Ship nominal orbit, so it's on its way around the planet. It's going to attempt to do an in-space burn. We're going to light one of those Raptor engines, the sea level ones in the middle, just to help demonstrate that we can relight in that microgravity environment. Really critical for deorbit burns as we start to do some orbital missions in the not too distant future. And then following that, we'll see a ship entry, maybe a splashdown. As you guys said, we're really going to be pushing ship on this one. We're pretty much intentionally putting it in places where we expect it might not do so great. And all that's to try and help us learn, see if we were a little too conservative. And then maybe that opens up more capability for when we start catching them. But I'll check back in with everybody in a little bit. I'm going to tune in and watch the ship fly around planet Earth, and hopefully we see it re-entering in the not too distant future. Back over to you guys.
Thanks,
I just
Dan.
wanted to see the
Filter
catch
testing,
live.
by
That's
definition, is unpredictable.
that's
We
my
just
that's
saw
my
with super
selfish
heavy
want. I just wanted to see it
splashing down in the Gulf of
live.
Mexico today, but that is exactly why we test. As is standard for these tests, the area around the pad and along the flight path was cleared prior to launch, and we expect the road and beach to remain closed until further notice.
Yeah, testing development flight hardware in a flight environment is what enables our teams to quickly learn and execute design changes and hardware upgrades to improve the probability of success in the future. Please do not attempt to approach the booster in the water for your safety as well as for that of our team that will be working on recovery.
I mean, yes, they're gonna go get
We
it.
are
Like
going
other
to
like
continue.
guys
The
with
mission
boats.
is not done.
Don't go out there. Don't go out
Exactly.
there right
Mission's
now.
not over.
Like
Ship
who's
is
going
still
out there?
coasting, but it has been nonstop since liftoff, and with the booster having completed its job for the day, we are going to take a short break for the next 35 minutes or so while ship continues to coast before reentry. Now, as with previous flights, Starlink may
You
enable
and
us
me
to
both.
talk to the
I wanted
ship
double
through
catches.
reentry
I
with no
greedily wanted
communication
double
blackout.
catches.
Now, we are still testing
Dude on a
Starlink
jet
during
ski.
this phase of flight, so nothing is completely certain.
Yeah, so if we do have views, we will be sure to bring those to you live. And of course, one of those views include that of our, as we said before, surprise payload, the banana. And we are looking forward to it. So,
okay.
we're
I
gonna
need to
come
look into
back
the banana.
in a few minutes, around T plus 35 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Views or no views?
Should I come back in 35 minutes? What do you think, guys?
Our coverage of Starship's reentry, flip maneuver, landing burn, and hopefully see a splashdown.
Don't feed the bears. What is it they do in Yellowstone? Don't tease the buffalo, the bison, buffalo, bison. Don't retrieve the rocket boosters. Like it's not that hard. Gotcha. SpaceX music. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll come back. I'll end this stream and then I'll start a new stream. I guess that'll happen. This flight had more aggressive profile than the last one. That's emergency. Yeah, I mean, I guess I was expecting, like, I'm not surprised that they didn't do Starship, that they were like, a bit much. But I guess I'm surprised that they bailed on it on Mecha. But again, I have no way of knowing what led to those decisions. Yes, clearly risk was involved, and they don't. That's the last thing they need right now. Yellowstone is not a petting zoo. I know, tourists. Okay, well, I should just leave it going? Is that the move? I leave it going? I've never done that. Do I leave an unattended stream? Maybe that's what I do. Is that the professional YouTuber model? So then you guys don't have to come back? Yeah, I mean, if you're happy to just sit and watch, yeah, okay. I guess I'll do this. I kind of want to go make a sandwich, though. So maybe I will go camera off. I'm going to go make a sandwich, and then I'll come back in, I don't know, post sandwich time and see where we're at. What do you guys think? Don't you pay per minute? I don't pay anything. I'm using free. That's why you're seeing the StreamYard logo in the top right. I pay $0 for this advanced technology. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are happy to just let it go, I guess I'll let it go. What did she say? 30 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that? Okay. Yeah. We're all going to talk about me if I leave. No, you're not, you guys. No, you're not doing that. Okay, I guess I will do that. I guess I'm going to go have a sandwich, get a drink, grab snacks, stretch your legs, and come right back. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go do that. I need to get my mail. Maybe I'm going to go get my mail. I'm going to go do some stuff. And then, yeah, I guess I'll come back in a little bit. She said like about 20 minutes or so. Or maybe I'll just kind of pop on periodically and see where we're at. What kind of sandwich? Excellent question. I have not been to the grocery store in a hot minute, so it's going to be whatever's in my fridge sandwich. It might be something gross, like a gross hodgepodge sandwich. I do that sometimes. I love sandwiches. They're like one of my most favorite foods to eat because I'm 6 years old. And so yeah, I guess I'll let you guys know what my weird sandwich was when I get back. I don't have roast beef meal. Sorry, I can't do that for you. A banana sandwich? Who does that? Elvis? What am I, Elvis? No banana sandwiches. No banana sandwiches. I'm not doing it. Okay. Sandwiches are hot sandwiches. I could do a whole thing about it, but yes, they're everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a sandwich. I'll be back in a bit, guys. Behave yourselves. Jump up in the chat or someone message me on Instagram. Something really exciting is happening, but I'll keep an eye on it. I will be back. Okay.
And we are just about 35 minutes into today's flight test, continuing to get some live views from Starship itself as it continues to make its way around the globe. We are coming up on what we will hopefully see is our in-space relight demonstration. This will be firing up one of those 3 sea level Raptors on the very aft end of the ship and essentially reigniting it while we're in that microgravity environment in Earth orbit. We had attempted this once previously on Flight 3, but ended up skipping it when we had some attitude control issues with the ship. And we are on the dark side of the planet right now, so views are going to be a little bit dark, but hopefully we see some engine light come on as we do this relight test. This is a pretty critical capability for doing deorbit burns. This is not a deorbit burn. Want to stress that we're on a trajectory where if we didn't fire off the engine at all, we are definitely coming home. Ooh, seeing some thunderstorms down on the ground. That's pretty cool. But this is not a deorbit burn. If we didn't fire this engine, we're on a intentional suborbital trajectory. So no matter what, we're coming in over the Indian Ocean. Firing off the engine does change your exact splashdown point a little bit, but we've got this keep out zone across the entire Indian Ocean that we made sure was clear ahead of flight, and we continue to monitor during, but we're going to aim for that and hopefully see this relight test coming on in about a minute. It's just going to be one of these engines, and it uses what's called the header tank, so these small spherical tanks in the very top of Starship up in the nose cone. They don't require nearly as much gas to pressurize as your main tank, so they're really useful for any in-orbit maneuvers and then for landing burns. So if we make it to a landing burn today, we'll be using them for that as well. So we should be coming up in just about the next minute. It should be under a minute now away from that expected ship burn. And again, we've relit Raptors pretty frequently. We just did it with the landing burn and that boost back burn on the booster. and we've done it on ship landing burns. We just haven't done it in this microgravity environment where your propellant management and a lot of other things are different as you're not weighed
Relight
down
demo
by the
startup.
force of Earth's gravity.
And
Just
shutdown.
heard the call out for startup. There's some light. There's that Raptor relit. And shut down. All right, there you have it. The first time ever lighting a Raptor while in outer space, other than our ascent burn. So really cool to see that relit. That's a pretty critical capability that we're going to need when we're doing orbital missions in the not too distant future. So check another one off. That was a really cool. That was an objective we really wanted to hit on this one, and so good to see Ship knock that one out in orbit. But for now, we're going to coast for just a little bit longer, and then it'll be time for ship entry. So we'll get the usual light show as we return from
Starship is in entry
hypersonic
prep.
velocities. We're just starting to do the entry prep for that, so we're going to get the flaps positioned, and then it's going to start taking the brunt of all of that heat as you're coming in from well in excess of 10,000 miles an hour. That's all going to build up a lot of heat as you're encountering an increasing atmosphere, building up that friction. And we're going to see how the tiles fare. We've also got some pretty cool tile experiments that we'll talk about in a little bit. But coming up real soon, ship re-entry, successful relight, and we'll start this entry part soon.
What's going on, guys? What have I missed? What is happening? Hang on. This music is a lot. Okay. I'm back. I had my weird sandwich. Relight success. Wow. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Thank you. Yeah, okay. I glanced very quickly on Twitter, and there was like additional, once the booster came down, you know how they kind of cut away, and I was like, oh, I wanted to see it tip over. Do you guys see it like tipped over and then it kind of blew up? Do you guys see that? I can try and find it. Someone had a video that were just like, it did kind of go and then it was like big boom. I mean, are you guys ready for how weird it is? How hodgepodgey and super California this sandwich was. It was a hickory barbecue tofurkey arugula with a Thai peanut sauce on sourdough. That's what I ate. That's what I just ate. And a glass of water. That happened. I'm preparing for your judgment. Bring all your judgment to me. Some fried bananas. Oh, yeah. Yes. And I looked up this banana thing. I get it. There's like a sticker and a plush banana in it, right? And then there's like a banana cam. I'm caught up on this now. Yeah, that's the only California thing I didn't do. So I didn't add avocados to the sandwich with my tofurkey and my arugula. Yeah. 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 Sorry. That's just I poked around. That's what was in there, and then that's what happened. That's what happened. But my sourdough is delicious. I'm on a new sourdough kick lately. I've got rosemary olive oil sourdough bread that I get, and it's everything. Sounds good other than the tofurkey. Regular tofurkey, not so much. This hickory barbecue smoked tofurkey I've been picking up every now and again. It's not so bad. Oh, okay. I got one yum. Is that a sarcastic yum, AR, or is that a real yum? Well, what is a tofurkey? Is that like a chuckin way? What is a chuckin way? I don't even know what that is. It's, it's like a turkey, sliced turkey, but it's tofu. And then they like try and give it flavors to make it less tofu-y. Fancy. I'm so fancy. St. Louis sourdough is the best. I've not heard of that sourdough. I can't think of what it's like an Italian name, this bread company who makes this. I love it. I mean, if I had New York pizza, I'd be eating New York pizza. But again, this is the part, I feel like you guys, everyone does this, right? Where it's like the dregs of the fridge and you're like, what am I even making right now? But like, choices have to be made. Yes. Okay. A chicken way. But what's a chicken way? I still don't know what that is. Does everyone know what that is? I don't know what that is. And I'm just going to click on just to see if they're talking. No, it's still the music. About 3 pounds. Oh, I get it. Wow. Unbelievable. This is what you guys are doing when I'm not here. This is what's happening. I'm too scared to go back and look at the chat. But let me see real quick if I can find that explosion. Because I don't know if maybe they showed it to you guys already, but it was... No. Were you? Were you? Let me find this. Ship. That's a picture of it, but that's not what I want. No. No, that's it. I saw this. Someone in the chat said the reason they boarded the catch was because damage to the tower during launch. Oh, was that confirmed by somebody? Well, I would expect no less. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I saw that Dan Hewitt posted that that a commitment criteria had not been met. So, and I didn't know, but that I feel like that's different than like damage to tower. Damage to tower is, I guess, is a commitment criteria, I guess. I'm still searching for this explosion. Oh, wait, hang on. Here we go. Okay. How am I going to add to it? Not confirming, but I heard that too. Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. Not damage tower would definitely be. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but I just feel like I don't know. It's easy to just be like, yeah, we ding the tower. We suspect we ding the tower. I think commitment criteria, that makes me feel like it's more software-y or something like that. Okay, I think I found this. Let me remove this and switch over here real quick. And let me Okay. I don't know how to make this any bigger. That's how I make it bigger. Okay. You guys see this? So again, I don't know if this is BS, but this is what somebody posted.
Hypersonic movements, or we can see that the landing burn has begun.
So it's the screen on the left,
Same pattern, 13 engines relight.
which again, I'm like, is this fake? Maybe this is fake.
Expected.
And there goes boom. Holy cow.
What an incredible view.
But like,
Oh my
kaboom.
gosh.
Today. Super happy. Yeah.
Big boom. So
Wow.
Once again,
again, I don't know if this is real. This is like can't confirm nor deny, but that's
Oh
that's
my
something I
gosh.
saw on the internet.
saw earlier those grid fins
Wow.
for hypersonic grid fins, or we can see that the landing burn has begun on the super.
Wow.
Same pattern, 13 engines relight.
Who is it?
Wow.
Down to 3, just as we expected.
And there goes boom.
I don't.
Holy cow.
Everyday astronaut? I don't know who that is.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is. Okay, because that was not. Okay, yeah. So yeah, because that was not on our feed. Our feed they like cut right away before she even completely tipped over. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm like that's interesting. So let me go back to. Let's go back to the main. Okay. Yeah, I was like, that's interesting. I wish they'd kept that in the feed. That would have been more. They did achieve the matrix and relight in orbit, so I guess they have more confidence to go. Okay, actually, let's see if we have audio now. Here we go. Okay, we're back, baby.
Intentionally to see what the ship can take.
Yeah, exactly. And knowing what those limits are will really help us design the
Probably.
vehicle of the future. Essentially, removing
I
this
mean,
tile helps us move
I don't think it was the
away from
dream. It
vehicle,
wasn't the
a lot of
dream.
Things that might potentially need refurbishment in the future. And the goal is to come up with
Oh,
a
good for him.
shield pattern or design
I'm impressed.
that we don't have to refurbish. We can just continue to use it over and over again.
Okay,
That's why
cool.
we're changing some of those tiles and
Hey,
moving stuff
Layla,
around, removing a
Leela,
lot of those
welcome.
tiles, as Kate has been mentioning.
Exactly. And, looking forward to the Starship capability of the future, we want to be able to catch Starship like we do with boosters. And so the next flight, we want to better understand where we can install catch hardware, not necessarily to actually do the catch, but to see how that hardware holds up in those spots. And today's flight will help inform, does the stainless steel hold up like we think it may based on experiments that we conducted on Flight 5. Now, continuing to look, amazing views. Yeah, Dan, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, there's so much on this flight that we're doing to try and, make all the ships that we're about to start flying even better. Just really understand what their capabilities are going to be. We've got kind of the next gen ship lined up for Flight 7. It's got all of those heat shield upgrades and everything. And one of the things that we're going to be doing that's most interesting, and one of the reasons we wanted daylight, is we're going to be flying pretty.
Yeah, I think this is
aggressively.
ship
The
still.
comes in. We're going to be kind of nose down, and We've done it in wind tunnels. We've done it in simulations. You might see the flaps really flapping around trying to control the vehicle. We're betting we might
How
have
dare
a
you,
little bit
Hugh?
more
Leave my
capability
finger mustache
than
alone.
we think in just the analysis, but always a chance that bet doesn't pay off. That just helps us know like what are our
Starship
limits.
is now halfway through the peak heating phase of entry.
Sweet, halfway there, halfway home, guys.
Yeah, and if you guys, again, can follow along with the altitude and the speed of ship as it's making its way back down to Earth, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, speed is still going really, really fast. Again, as it gets closer to Earth, we'll see that altitude drop a little bit faster. It's kind of dropping pretty slow right now. And again, as we get closer and closer
Their
to
awareness of the ship splash
literally the
may
surface
not
of
be as
the
smooth as
water,
usual
then we'll
too,
start to
because
see
they're
that speed
pushing
pick
it
up.
to the limits.
And if we can make
The
it through
splash may not be as
this
smooth.
re-entry,
Like,
we will attempt to do
what
the
exactly
maneuver
does that
once again,
mean?
and splash down in the ocean.
Exactly. Like we've been
Smooth.
saying,
Hmm.
we are testing beyond the
To get in the
sea
spirit.
limits of the vehicle.
Banana water? No,
and
it isn't.
we
That's some
want to be
California
careful about
nonsense
ensuring
right
that this is a
there.
great
No
device
way.
to do that's really pushing the flight hardware in a flight environment to help inform these future designs. As we've mentioned, it has a different heat shield. This heat shield is not the same generation as what we flew last time. This one is one generation older. So
Okay.
we are also testing out new secondary thermal protection materials. So basically, like if the heat shield isn't in this one spot, can this other material protect the metal is the thinking there.
Oh, I see.
Also checking of the ship's structural strength in those areas where we're looking to add that ship catch hardware just to see if it survives entry. So yeah, as we've been saying, we've done
I mean, right? Yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah.
This view right here is super cool. This is looking out from the aft engine bay, basically at the bottom of Starship. Then on the center left-hand panel, if you will, we have one of the forward Starship flaps. So one of the flaps located at the top of the vehicle. Underneath that is one of the aft end flaps, like the one that we see in the main picture there on the right-hand side of your screen. Now, these views as the vehicle continues to enter the Earth's atmosphere, drawing a crowd once again here at SpaceX and Hawthorne as folks tune in.
They all got their sandwiches. They're coming back.
Now, the next event that we have coming up, we should hear the call out that the vehicle is transonic.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. I mean, look at that.
2 minutes or so. That means that the vehicle is traveling near the speed of sound. We say near the speed of sound because there's certain parts of the vehicle where airflow is going faster and other parts where it's going slower. So it kind of teeters there on the brink of the speed of sound. So once we have equal flow on all parts, then we'll hear it's subsonic.
Yeah,
and almost real quick, almost a reverse of, I'm sorry, Jesse, almost a reverse of before we see the Earth starting to come into view. We've got sunrise there over the Indian Ocean. So this is going to look different from any of the reentries we've had before.
It's very hypnotic.
So,
like
we get as much daylight as possible to see how ship does.
It's like, look at all the colors and the, I don't
Jesse,
know.
Sorry about that.
Dan, great minds think alike. That's exactly what I was going to point out, is that we're getting a lot clearer view of the Earth in the background with the different temperatures that we're seeing, with the different colors of that plasma around the ship, which is really, really cool to see. Again, we are pushing the limits of ship today, but so far everything is looking pretty nominal. We'll see how the next few minutes goes.
Yeah, like we said before, don't be surprised if this is not entirely smooth sailing all the way down to the ocean's surface.
They almost sound nervous.
We are targeting the same splashdown location in the Indian Ocean, but we are not expecting to recover the vehicle.
Right, and we were getting some glimpses of the flaps. The flaps so far are looking pretty good. We're not seeing any burn through. There's those flaps again in that hinge area, which is our most concerning area there. That's great news for us for now. Again, the next few minutes could change as we continuously push those limits.
Yeah, once we slow down a little bit, once we're subsonic essentially, so I think that's about
Do you think
1,200
so?
kilometers.
Mentally preparing?
Once we're down below that, that's when we're gonna kind of dip our nose down and get that more aggressive angle of attack. Normally, we're just belly flop right into the water, pretty much that position. But if we're going to be able to do return to launch sites, we're going to want to be able to fly with a little bit more of an angle of attack, get you a little bit more range as you're coming through. And so this'll be just a test to see quite how far can we push it. And obviously, we're going to do these kind of tests way out here in super remote areas before you ever try to bring a ship back to a place like Starbase.
Starship remains on a good entry trajectory. External temperatures are coming down.
All right, great news there. That tells us that we are through the phase of peak heating. So we are expecting these temperatures to continue to come down. Once again, we are targeting
Tin Man's having a moment.
It's so in the Indian Ocean,
It is so cool.
around off the northwest coast of Australia. We can see these beautiful views of planet Earth coming in. Yeah, this is very different where we had nighttime views of the ship as it was re-entering. And now we've got daylight. It is about an hour or so after sunrise there in the Indian Ocean. So pretty cool to see this.
Yeah, and it might not seem like it makes a huge difference, but we do get a little bit more light on ship as well for the camera views that we have, which is very beneficial for us to visually see anything and try and correlate that to any of the sensors or data that we have on the vehicle.
Exactly. That is.
Yeah, are you guys seeing that in the middle left? Oh, hey, don't take my camera angles away. I will trash this stream right now. What? Like, did you guys see the middle camera of the three on the left? I feel like there was burning there.
Starship, but we also have multiple cameras and
Yes.
assets out there that are watching the vehicle and will also be able to
Taking
tell
my
us
cameras away.
with this visual story that is also very, very important.
And as we get down a little bit lower, the Raptor engines are in their chill phase right now. So just essentially
yes, right? I think that's true.
We're going to use those three center engines to do a landing flip and then a landing burn. So we'll come down kind of in that slightly pointed down belly flop and then fire off those engines to flip us around and then do that final landing burn. That should be coming up in just under 5 minutes from now. And then hopefully we start hearing some call-outs on transonic and subsonic.
You feeling chill, Hugh?
Again, once you hear Starship as subsonic, keep a close eye on the flaps. They're going to be.
Oh, do you?
Overtime,
Interesting.
Essentially, to maintain control of the ship as we get a little more aggressive with this.
Yes. This on the left, is this the center camera?
We can see that we are beginning.
Starship has passed maximum entry dynamic pressure.
All right, great call out there. But we can see on this view here that we do have some heating there on that looks like one of the forward flaps on Starship. This is to be expected.
Ooh, that's a nice little hole.
Would perform differently than what we had seen on Flight 5. This is actually really good data because it tells us what parts of the vehicle at this will soon be a higher angle of attack once we drop down below the speed of sound. We'll have a higher angle of attack, meaning we're flying basically. So yeah, this is good news, but we can actually, looks like that heating is starting to cool off there.
Yeah, it's a little burn through. Again, it is important to note when we start seeing that through the ship's descent as well. So like Kate was saying, we're getting some really good data here. Looks like the other flaps are doing a little better than the one that has a little burn through, which is some good news. Again, constantly watching. We've got a couple minutes until we're
I'll go with that. I'll go with that one.
All the way back down to Earth.
Exactly. And like we said before, we are not expecting to recover the ship, although that would be great. It'd be a nice bonus if it happened, but it's not really in our expectations.
Too far away.
We really want to push the hardware, as we've been saying.
Giannis.
Really, the telemetry and the data and the video that we receive all the way to the end is truly what we're looking for and will help inform the future designs of this vehicle.
We could see some flap movement as the camera is moving around.
Oh, you think so? You don't
As
think
we
it was
can see
burned
there
off? I
as
thought
the
it.
flaps
Oh, because it was
adjusting.
kind of
We have the camera on one of the
triangly
flaps
shaped.
there, as
So
well. This is
triangly
what you're
shaped.
seeing there. And you can also see the graphic in the bottom.
Starship is slowing down past Mach 1.
And call outs aligning with this. You can see the orientation of the vehicle starting to change. You can follow that graphic at the bottom of your screen. Again, that is why those flaps are
Oh my
changing.
gosh,
They
me
can show the
too.
orientation
So
of the
much,
vehicle.
so much.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
4.
this is.
Go ahead, Dan.
Starship has started the subsonic
I
belly
was gonna-
flop, remains on a good trajectory.
I was gonna say this is when things
Stunning.
will start to get a little interesting. So this is when we're moving slower than the speed of sound. You can see that nose slowly start to tip down, and we're gonna try and maintain flap control the whole way. But we are just a couple minutes away from hopefully doing a landing flip and landing burn if the flaps can hold together.
Yeah, this is such a cool view. This
Hold,
reminds me
hold.
of when we first performed the belly flop maneuver on the high altitude test with serial number 8.
Seems like.
We saw the ship come back through, and I always wondered what it looked like from the ship's perspective, and this perspective, I think, helps inform that. We will be, as Dan said, we will be dipping down a little further and really be flying nose first. This higher angle of attack, you know, we're intentionally doing it to stress those aft flaps, and that will help inform the limits of flap control in order to collect data for future landing profiles.
I was just weirdly rewatching that video not that long ago.
I mean,
I can't remember what that man's name was.
So
That jump
far.
was so
Just
crazy.
got about
Just
5
so
kilometers in altitude to go.
stupidly crazy.
We'll ignite the engines when we're still just a couple hundred meters over the ground. Do that flip
Starship is
and
passing
landing
through
burn.
5
Oh.
kilometers altitude, remains on a good trajectory.
Now it just feels like falling. Now it just feels like falling.
Passes through the clouds.
Obligatory shout out to the entire avionics team on Starship.
Whoo,
There's
whoo,
that
whoo.
nose down orientation.
Yes, yes. Amazing name.
Now the Raptor engines will relight and help flip the booster back up. This is a more
Will
structured
they?
lift, given the
Will they?
orientation. The engines will shut down prior to the water making impact, and prior to the vehicle making impact with the water.
Our ship is doing great so far.
Oh, oh!
There's those engines relighting.
Stay with Miss. Oh!
What a great reorientation by Starship.
Here we go.
Wow.
It fully, basically did it. It fully did it.
Into the water.
Starship is landed.
Wow. And we have ship splashed down
Oh.
in the Indian Ocean.
Some
Buoy
awesome
cam.
buoy cam action here.
It's tea
Daylight
and no
buoys.
rum. Awesome.
Incredible.
Oh, hi, ship. You did so
Really
good.
on ship and it made it all the way back down to Earth.
I am shocked, to be honest. I think
I
many
feel like they
folks
are shocked.
The fact that it survived all the way through while flying a lesser gen heat shield is
Me
just
too.
absolutely incredible.
Wow,
And,
yeah.
the vehicle had more capability than our calculations predicted, and that is why we test like we fly.
Exactly why we do that. And those views were absolutely incredible to watch. Because of Starlink, we were able to get the views all the way down, as well as the buoys, seeing ship touchdown in daylight.
So cool, so cool. Now we want to,
Go back to ship.
unfortunately,
Go back to ship.
wrap up the show.
No,
Yeah,
go back to ship.
exactly.
I want to see it
Say
sink. Go.
Congratulations to our teammates at SpaceX and to everyone who supported the Starship program. And thank you
They're like,
to
zoink,
all of our
thanks.
future customers for your support.
We'd also
That
like
ship
to thank
is
the people
bananas.
of Cameron County, Texas, as well as the Coast Guard, the Federal Aviation Administration, the government
One
of
more ship
Mexico,
shot.
and
One
the
more ship shot.
Australian Space Agency.
Now, be sure to
Are we on? Are we not on? Are we? Oh, these poor girls. Oh, these poor girls.
Hey guys, I could take it from here.
Oh,
It
terrible
was
for
just
them.
incredible to see
Awkward
that splashdown.
moments.
As you said, thanks to everybody.
Hearing
that's
one thing in your
such a huge
ear
part
and
of
thinking
this.
it's
Everybody
another.
here at Starbase that's worked on this program, just really pouring your lives into it.
Hi, Dan.
Great to see another booster lift off. We'll catch it the next time. Great to see ship in the water. New
I
version
mean,
of
yeah,
ship
that's
coming
what
soon,
the cool kids
so
are doing
a lot
now.
more exciting launches coming up real soon here from Starbase. But I'll send us out this time. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, Dan.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan.
She's like,
Be
and
sure
now we're
follow
going to do the
SpaceX on
outro.
X for updates and more exciting views that we weren't
I
able
feel
to
like they're not
feature on
super
today's
keen on
broadcast.
showing the
I'm
like
sure there will be plenty of those.
kabooms. They're not
Thanks
big
to
on
all
that
of you for
kaboom
tuning
life.
in,
I feel
and
like when it's
we'll
in the
see you
water.
next
I don't
time.
know. Whereas before it was like the explosions were awesome, and now I feel like they hide the kabooms. All right. That was interesting. What did we think? I mean, yeah, but they like leaned into the explosions during the first few tests. Like every time there was an RUD, they were like, an explosion towards our future, one step closer, like I feel like they like explosions were good. That was like the marketing before, was that explosions were good. And now I don't know. I feel like they're kind of pushing away from that a little bit. It's still kind of burning. Oh, okay. I'm sure that yeah, it's on other feeds. Just went out. Okay. Did it sink? Is she sinking or is she still there? Banana show is over. Ship was incredible. Ship did the whole thing. Ship did everything that they wanted Ship to do. And like there was a hole. I feel like we all saw this like triangle hole burned into one of the flaps. I think the center flap, but yeah, Ship did great. Yeah, great for them. It was very cool to see it land. Yep. They are definitely getting better at it. Yeah, I mean, so now it's all like, fun and Thrillsville and whatever, but there is going to be rum in this when there's people aboard because I'm just going to be so nervous. So nervous. You're welcome, Ron. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I mean, and they were unafraid of it before, which I think is, which is they know that that's part of it. So that, I'm not surprised. Blazing the Sunrise here done pretty well without all those TPS titles on the side. Gathering data is the way they iterate and refine on their design. Correct. Yeah, it was fun to watch with you guys. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for hanging out while I had a sandwich and just watch the feed. Thank you, James. James. Yes, we have a banana in space. First banana. Checking boxes, Elon. Yeah, it's just, I just really want to see the Mechazilla catch live. I want to see it live. I'm jealous. I want to see it live next time. You're welcome, guys. All right. Well, I guess that is it. I'm going to stop the stream, I guess. But I'm glad I was able to finally do this live. I mean, when are they going to go for Flight 7? Because that was fast. When was Flight 5? 2 months ago? Something like that? I can't remember now, but it was fast. So I don't know if we're going to have a Flight 7 before the end of the year, but let's all get back together again for Flight 7. Thank you. October 13th? October 13th was Flight 5? No. Yes? Is that true? 35 days ago? What? So maybe we will have Flight 7 before the end of the year? Flight 7 for Christmas? What? That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Okay. Well, we'll see. But thanks for joining me, guys. And yeah, I guess I will see you on the next one. Have a good day, everyone. So you're telling me there's a chance. Okay, guys. Have a good evening. I know the FAA will say no. They always say no, but back and forth. Have a good evening, everyone, and I will see you next time.